out-and-out speedsters. Most of the franchises have opted for overseas professionals, which means that all these IPL franchisees, their talent scouts, have looked around. They have watched some of these T20 leagues all over the world, including the Big Bash. And from there, a lot of these overseas professionals have been bought by the IPL franchisees.
There were 61 slots which were open. 57 players were sold, and out of which 22 were overseas players. So, obviously, thrust was on the Indians, isn't it, sir?
Yes, except that what I've noticed, Indranil, is out-and-out speedsters. Most of the franchises have opted for overseas professionals, which means that all these IPL franchisees, their talent scouts, have looked around. They have watched some of these T20 leagues all over the world, including the Big Bash. And from there, a lot of these overseas professionals have been bought by the IPL franchisees. So mostly I've seen a lot of speedsters, overseas speedsters, who have found places in these franchises. Otherwise, if you look at the batting lineup, a lot of these youngsters from the Indian domestic circuit have got in. Some of the spinners also, I've noticed that some young, exciting talent from the domestic level have got an opportunity and have been bought by the IPL franchisees.
Bowlers like Jai Richardson and Kyle Jamieson, they were bought at a very staggering sum, and not much of Indian experience though.
Well, this is also a platform where you learn so much, and I think the bowling coaches or the team management feels that that's one area where they can always work on. But I feel that the franchisees have shown trust in these young speedsters because they feel that they do have the skill set to do well even in Indian conditions. And if you notice the past several years, most of the wickets, except for maybe East and maybe one or two tracks in South, and that also as the IPL progresses, that we find dry wickets. Generally, most of the wickets in India now, they offer good pace and bounce. And so most of these IPL franchises, they wanted at least experienced speedsters, at the top who can pick some early wickets and make some early inroads in the opposition, camp.
So talking about experience, I think Umesh Yadav has quite a fair bit of experience, but he's bought at a very, bought at a steal basically by Delhi Capitals. I am surprised teams like Rajasthan or a KKR could have, looked at strengthening their medium pace attack, Indian medium pace attack, which they didn't. So that's surprising. Not many went for Umesh Yadav. Such an experienced captain.
I don't think that is a surprise because he may be experienced, but only in terms of test matches, but not in the shorter format. If you notice, look at the Indian side's composition now in the shorter format. You don't see Umesh Yadav, figure regularly in the playing 11 or even the squad, which obviously means that Umesh Yadav's track record in the shorter format has not been very good. So I think all these IPL franchises have done their homework, and that is why they have shown more faith in overseas speedsters than any exciting domestic. I'm not exciting. I'm saying even experienced speedster like Umesh Yadav. I feel maybe they could have gone deeper and looked at some of the domestic, young and upcoming speedsters who have done well in the Mushtaq Ali or may do well in the Vijay Hazare or who may have done well the past couple of seasons. But I don't see that happening at this stage.